Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Hello children, welcome to the session. In this session children, we are going to discuss about a few question and answers from the topics that we have covered so far. So the first question is, what are the components of electric circuit? So children, what are the components that we use to make the electric circuit? Okay, so we are going to discuss about it. So the first component that we use is an electric cell or batteries, right? This is the first component that we need. Then we require an electric bulb. Okay children, also we require a key in order to switch on or off in the circuit. And finally, the most important thing that we need is connecting wires, right? Without connecting wires, we cannot complete our circuit. So they are very important. Okay children. So these are the four components that we use in an electric circuit. So let's move to the next question. What are the symbols of different components of the electric circuit? So children, in the previous question, we discussed about what are the components of electric circuit. Now we are going to discuss about their electric symbols. Okay, so the first thing that we discussed was a cell or a battery. Cell or a battery. So children, a cell is represented by two parallel lines. The one is a longer line which represents the positive terminal, whereas the shorter and thicker one represents the negative terminal of the cell, right? And if we have to make a battery, then we will connect more such pairs. But the way in which we have to connect them, suppose we have created a battery with 3 cells, so we have to connect the negative terminal to the positive one, right? Everywhere we have to follow this same procedure, okay? Then the next component that we discussed was an electric bulb. And how do we represent electric bulb? We make a filament or a coil like this and we enclose it within a circle. This is the symbol for the bulb. Then children, we have the next component, which is a key. Then we have children two symbols for key. One is in on position, other is in off position. In on position, we have to complete the circuit, and such circuits are called as complete circuit or closed circuit. Okay children, off position, we do not connect the two connecting points. We make the circuit as incomplete, or we also call it as an open circuit. And how do we remember it? Off circuit is always open, whereas on circuit is closed one, because the current flows through a closed circuit instantly, right? Then finally, last one was the connecting wires. This is relatively simpler. Connecting wires, we just represent them by straight lines and we connect them to the connecting points like this. Okay, this represents the connecting wire. So these are the different symbols of the components which are used in an electric cell, in an electric circuit. Okay, so let's move ahead to the next question. Why do we need symbols for the electric circuit? So children, why do we need electric symbols for the electric circuit? So children, we need them for making the circuits relatively simple, so that we can save our time as well, because if we keep on drawing this complete circuit, it will be really difficult for us. It will be a tedious process. So we need something shorthand, so we can make the circuits very quickly, very neatly. Okay, right children? So let's move ahead to the next question. Give an activity to make the holder for the cell. So children, how do we make a holder for the cell? So children, whenever a question is asked in the form of an activity or an experiment, first you will give the aim for it. So aim is, and such type of questions can come in 3 to 5 markers, but this question will come for a 3 marker only, okay, because this is a small activity. For this, the aim is to make a holder for a cell. Then you will write the second thing, which is materials which are required. So materials required are, we will be needing a wooden block, and we will be needing 2 metal strips which we are going to connect it in this way. Then we will need a rubber band so that we can place these metal strip, keep them intact and tight, and we will be needing 2 connecting wires which will connect to the 2 metal strips. Okay, and here our holder will be ready. Here we will place our cells like this. So children, after writing the materials required, you will write the procedure, and in procedure you will always write in points. First of all, we will take this metal block and we will place the 2 metal strips which are 1 and 2 like this, and we will place a rubber band so that we can hold these metal strips intact and tight, and within these we will place our electric cells, and to the metal strips we are going to connect the connecting wires. So this is the complete activity in order to create a holder for a cell. Okay children, so let's move ahead to the next question, which is, what do we mean when we say the switch is in off, when the switch is off or on? So children, in terms of layman, what does a switch do? So children, switch on and off simply means the current that is flowing is on in this case, and when we switch off, the light turns off, the bulb turns off. That means the current supplied is stopped, right? So children, whenever we say the switch is on, it means we have a complete circuit. We have a complete circuit through which the current is flowing, and therefore it will lead to make our bulbs glow. If we connect a bulb to a circuit, it will be in on position, then it will glow. Whereas if we have a switch off position, then the circuit will be incomplete. And the bulb will not glow, right children? So this is the meaning of on and off. In case of on, the circuit is complete and the current will flow. In case of switch off position, the circuit is incomplete and the current will not flow. Okay children, so let's move to the next question, which is, what do we mean by a closed circuit? So children, what is the meaning of a closed circuit? It means we have a complete circuit. Don't get confused, it is quite confusing and come as a 2 or a 3 marker question children, so pay attention. So closed circuit means the circuit is complete, and that is why we represent it through switch on position. So whenever the switch is on, it means the circuit is complete, the current will be flowing, and we say that the circuit is closed. Okay children, so let's move ahead to the next question. What is an open circuit? So children, in an open circuit, the switch is in off position. So whenever, which is represented by this symbol, it means the circuit is incomplete and the current will not flow. The current will not flow. So children, whenever the current do not flow and the circuit is complete, we say that the circuit is open, and in such cases the switch is off. Okay children, let's move to the next question. What do we mean when we say that the switch is on? Is the circuit complete or broken? So children, just keep in mind, whenever we have switch which is on, it means the circuit is complete. So this answers the first part of your question, that circuit is complete in a switch on position. Okay children, and when the circuit is on, the current will flow properly and the bulb will glow, which will be attached in a circuit. Okay children, so whenever the switch is on, the circuit is complete. Okay, then the next question is, what is the symbol of a bulb? So in this case, this question can come as a 1 marker, and you will have to draw the diagram, and you will make a coil like this and you will enclose it within a circle, and this represents the electric bulb. Okay children, let's move to the next question. What is the symbol of an on switch? Now children, in this question, what is the common mistake that children do is, they don't read the question properly. They will just read about the switch, but it is asking you to make an on switch. So how are you going to make it? You are going to make it like this. This is the switch on. because we have completed the circuit and the current will flow through it. So this is an on switch or a complete circuit. Okay children, let's move to the next question. What is a filament? So filament is the children, it is the thin wire in the center of the bulb. You might have observed a thin wire in the center of the bulb, and this thin wire is known as a filament. Okay, and it is made up of a metal which is tungsten. Okay children, so this is the filament. Let's move to the next question. What do we mean when we say a bulb is fused? So children, in case when the bulb is fused, if you observe the bulb carefully, you will observe that the thin filament or the coil in the center of the bulb is broken, and this will make the circuit incomplete, or it will break the circuit and the bulb will not glow, and in this case we can say that this bulb is fused. Okay children, let's move to the so that's it guys. These were the question and answers from the topics that we have covered so far. So thank you so much for your attention.